How do you survive with this one? Not that I don't appreciate our country. I feel like the space that I operate in really don't get paid. Like people in that space really don't get paid well in Ghana.
I do love Ghana. I'm very passionate about the culture and everything. Apart from that, my soul was out of the country at that point. Sometimes you are restricted in terms of resources, in terms of open-mindedness, in terms of where you want to see yourself, and you feel like, I don't think this is where I want to be.
I left Iran when I was 21. I just knew 100% that I can no longer stay in Iran because of many things, but mainly because I wanted to experience something new. And I felt like what I was experiencing in Iran was not enough for me anymore. I moved to China, and after China, I moved to Ghana. So after these two moves, I can say that different people enjoy living in different places. I don't think that because you are born in a certain place, you have to live in that place for the rest of your life. What I am concerned is why everyone at a certain period of time decides to make this decision, and what are the reasons why they make these decisions. And that is why the interview today came up. I talked to 3 of my friends who are actually YouTubers, and the reason I chose them was because I had limited access to people who have moved outside Ghana, and I knew about their personal journey, so I asked them to share their journey with me. The first person is Niyemo. He recently moved to UK with his family. The second person is Yvonne. Yvonne lives in UAE, Dubai. The last person is Lydia, who also has recently moved to Canada. What sparked the idea of moving abroad?
Honestly, I've always wanted to live outside Ghana. Like, I always say that I have to go to Canada. It was like a desire planted inside of me somewhere last year that the opportunity presented itself.
I've lived in Ghana all of my life and I've worked so much. You don't get appreciated enough or you don't get paid enough to be able to leave a legacy for your children or whatever.
I do love Ghana. I'm very passionate about the culture and everything. Growing up as a child, I felt like I don't belong.
I'm an IT person in Ghana in a company and I get paid less than $200 a month. How do you survive with this one? Not that I don't appreciate our country. I feel like the space that I operate in really don't get paid. Like people in that space really don't get paid well in Ghana. But people in that space get paid really well here in the UK.
2021, the economy and everything started going really bad, and I've not had a job for some time. I was trying to do content creation, but it wasn't paying. Things are getting worse, and Dubai was the easiest option for me at that moment when I decided to move. Sometimes you are restricted in terms of resources, in terms of open-mindedness, in terms of where you want to see yourself, and you feel like, I don't think this is where I want to be.
I don't want to do more than my parents did for me. So I saw the opportunity, I grabbed it, and yeah, I came here to work.
Do you think there is this pressure on you that you have to stay abroad? Like your family and friends expect you not to come back?
I remember when I was leaving, one thing my auntie told me that got me emotional. She said, don't go and die. You can always come back home. Even if you have to sleep on the floor, we'll find a way for you to sleep. I had that in mind, that I don't have to kill myself here. I can always go back home.
I can come back at any time. If YouTube should invite me for an event right now, I'm entering the plane, coming and come back. I won't stay though, I'll come back.
Do you see yourself coming back to stay in Ghana?
In the very, very far future. No. I see myself coming to visit my family and all that, but not to start all over again. No.
What do you think would have happened in Ghana for you to stay?
So at least if I get paid well enough to be able to leave a legacy for my little ones that will come.
If I'm going to be very honest, I think if I had gotten married, I'd have stayed a little longer.
Maybe, but it's just a tiny possibility. If I had a good paying job, maybe. Apart from that, my soul was out of the country at that point.
Are the people in general friendly to you because you are Ghanaian or you have a Ghanaian accent? Like, are those things a kind of barrier or is it a good thing for you?
Sometimes I pick the bus and I'm the only Black lady. Like, I'm the only Black person. Like, it's a visible minority. I'm not even going to kid about this. I don't feel, less because I'm Black or from Ghana. No, not at all. People are always very nice to me. When I need to find my way somewhere and you ask anybody, they will direct you. Some people would literally take you to wherever it is. It's just because you're human. They respect everybody's culture or diversity and everything.
The culture here is like minding my business. You don't get people talking to you that much. Few times that I have tried like asking for direction and stuff, people respond. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm in London, like South London. A lot of Black people live there, so I think everybody's a bit friendly there. Maybe outside London, that's where maybe I might experience people not minding me and stuff.
I'll give you an example. I went to the grocery shop this weekend. I got to the counter. I was paying. There was an Indian man ahead of me. The lady at the counter was Indian. He did the checkout and then he paid with cash. She just took it and then gave him the change. It got to my turn. I gave her the cash. You know what this lady did? Checking.
You hear people speaking Tree every time, like on the road. It feels like you're in Ghana. Everybody's speaking Tree on the road, in the bus, everywhere.
Now that you have moved abroad, and you mentioned that since you were younger, you had this dream of moving abroad. Is it the same thing as you imagined?
Never the same thing like I imagined. To me, I knew that it was going to be me starting all over. It can get very hard, very tough. I think that people really don't share the struggles of relocating and all that, but I never thought it was going to be easy. There are some things that are awesome. There's some things that are just so bad.
Well, for me, coming to Dubai, I'd already been here. I came here on a vacation before I decided to move here. So I already knew certain things, how the system works a little bit, because I also did a lot of research before I came. So I didn't have this picture perfect ideas before coming. I knew that it was going to be a struggle. I knew that I was going to be lonely for a long time. It was basically like starting my life afresh.
Because I have lots of people here, I usually talk to my best friend the whole day. We'll be on phone, video call. He will be walking around, we'll be talking, we'll get to work, put the phone down, we'll be talking. So like, I'm used to the system, and he tells me a lot of things he experienced, like all of those things, you get it. The only culture shock that hits me was I called this person. This person was doing something, and like I have to call the person out. So I called the person. I said, "Hey, can you come out? Like we need to talk." The person told me, "Sorry, I can't come out. It's 8 o'clock. Sorry." I felt like, no, you can't tell me that, man. In Ghana, you can't really tell somebody I can't come out. What do you mean?
I want to know whether the diaspora move to Ghana, did it affect you positively, knowing that people coming to your country from another country and making this big? Did it inspire you to stay in Ghana? All these people are coming to your country to stay, and you want to go to Canada.
No, it didn't inspire me to stay. No. I feel like everybody needs to travel and see something. They probably live their life out there. So it didn't sort of like get me to want to stay, because I still had my mind on something that I wanted to achieve. And so, yeah, you come to Ghana, that's you. I still want to go. Let me go.
Anytime I see videos like, oh, she moved from US and settled in Ghana, I'm like, Okay, you come. Let me go to the US.
I honestly don't know if that had an impact, but the baby came in and my thought process and everything has changed. I really think about the future. I do calculated steps, so I think it is the baby.
Are there anything that you think Ghana could do to make the youth safe?
Jobs. Provide jobs. I'm going to share this with you because I've never shared with anyone. There was a point I was like, I want to rob a bank. I'm not joking. And anytime I tell any of my friends like I want to rob a bank or rob like a minister or something, they just laugh. But deep down, Anahita, I'm telling you, if I'd spoken to the wrong person at any point in that short period, I don't think I'll be here having this conversation with you. Just to create jobs, I feel like the government of Ghana, not this current government, all the governments, their focus is not the youth. Their focus is to enrich their pockets and their families, because a lot of youth, they don't have jobs. The devil finds work for the idle mind. You've heard that quote, right? So if you don't have something doing, if your mind is not occupied and you're frustrated, you have to pay bills, you have to, I don't even know how we survive in Ghana, really. We are like magicians in Ghana.
Our leaders are very different from the leaders over here. For instance, we pay so many taxes in Ghana, but then we don't see the benefit. I feel like it's so much of an extortion from the Ghanaian citizen. It's like we've put you in a job to work, but we're not seeing the performance. I know some of them are trying, but majority of them, no. Over here, the citizens don't give you a car. You buy your own car, you mortgage your own facility. Nobody will buy a house or get you a car. But we do all that for our leaders and we don't see the return.
So what do you think? Do you think there is a common reason for all of them to leave Ghana? If you are Ghanaian, is this something you are thinking about? If so, what is leading you to make this decision? Please write them in the comments for me. And if you are willing to talk about your experience or your own journey, please write it in the comment or email me and let's have a discussion. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.
How do you survive with this one? Not that I don't appreciate our country. I feel like the space that I operate in really don't get paid. Like people in that space really don't get paid well in Ghana.
I do love Ghana. I'm very passionate about the culture and everything. Apart from that, my soul was out of the country at that point.
Sometimes you are restricted in terms of resources, in terms of open-mindedness, in terms of where you want to see yourself, and you feel like, I don't think this is where I want to be.